Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Analysis for today, that is 22nd of June 2021. And the bullish momentum continued to be in the market where we observed a big gap up and the gap up sustained, and we again took resistance from 15900 and we saw some selling in the basically in the last minutes. So whether 16,000 is possible this week or not, let's try to have a look at the charts and the data and try to understand. So this is the Nifty chart on a daily time frame. You will clearly see the selling pressure from the top. So you will see that 15900, the bears are getting active in that particular zone, and every time Nifty tries to go there, there is a very good selling which has been observed. So this candle looks bearish to me because there is clearly selling pressure from the top, which you will see in this long wick, and this is telling me that 15900 is the zone where there is immense supply in Nifty. Talking about the intraday activity, so intraday again you will see, as I mentioned, we opened gap up, we spent some time consolidating here, and then basically we gave a breakdown of this particular support which was 15820, and we closed somewhere near 15770, which is important, another support for Nifty. Bank Nifty again, as I have been mentioning, that this has been the weak contender, so this was what was pulling Nifty down today, and again you will see similar kind of a thing, opening gap up, then sustaining for a while, and then giving up a sharp fall. So Bank Nifty hasn't been looking very good, and 34,900 was a very important support, and a closing below this particular figure has to do with negativity, because this is not really positive, because this was a very important support. But still Bank Nifty happens to be in a particular range, and it's not really breaking that particular range. A closing below 34 360 would definitely tell me that Bank Nifty has turned out to be negative. But anyways, let's see. SGX Nifty is pretty much flat as of now, so not much movement here. This is trading flat. Let's have a look at the option chain. Now this is the option chain for Nifty. Very first observation, surprisingly there has been unwinding today on the put side. So you will see a lot of unwinding here at 15,500, 15,600. Now there could be two reasons. Either people here are scared, or it could be a possibility that basically the premiums have almost eroded. So that could be a reason. And whether this unwinding has come from the smart money or the retail, that we'll see in the data. But as of now this is not good, because you will see some strong confidence of call writers and a very healthy call addition here. But on the put side there seems to be a very good unwinding, and the unwinding goes all the way till 15,000. So I am not really sure what could be the reason, but yeah, on 15,000 and these strikes, definitely, because the premium is almost eroded. But even here you will see some healthy unwinding, so that's not very healthy. And at one point of the day this was very strong writing, and 15,800 had a very healthy OI, but then a lot of people unwinded their positions when the last minute fall came. So this doesn't look out to be that good, and the call writers are clearly looking more confident than the put writers. Talking about the highest OI, so that is still at 16,000, and this is a really healthy OI, almost close to 7 million. And here you will see that the highest OI is at 15,500, which is around 4.1 million contracts. Talking about the put call ratio, so the put call ratio is close to 1, which is kind of okay, not yet oversold, and there is room for further downside. But put call ratio is also looking negative to me. Talking about Bank Nifty, so Bank Nifty again you will see that there has been unwinding, and even on 34,000 there has been some decent unwinding today. Again, could be because the premium is almost gone, but this is not a very healthy sign, because you will see that there has been a healthy addition everywhere on the call side, but on the put side again you have been observing a good unwinding. Talking about the highest OI on the put side, so that happens to be still at 34,000, although a lot of people haven't yet closed their position on 35,000 put option, so that is something which is interesting. But 35,000 as of now happens to be the OI, where the strike price where there is highest OI on the call side, so we'll see more than a 2 million contracts here. So this is not very healthy, and that's what we can have a look at. Talking about the PCR, so this is at 0.76, which is kind of going towards the oversold territory, but again not yet oversold. So let's see what happens here. Let's have a look at the global cues. So the global cues have given up a little bit from the top. So Dow, you can see that it has almost given up more than 150 points from the top, and it's trading around 33,700 as of now. Nasdaq and S&P are also trading flat to they have started to show some weakness here. European indices are looking weak after the opening. So you can see that DAX has somehow been able to sustain the level of 15,500. But as of now, these three are looking weak as well. Asian indices, there are mixed cues here. So Hang Seng is looking significant red, but Nikkei and the other indices are looking flat to mild bullish. Talking about some of the important commodities, so again, Brent oil was above 75 during the day at one time, but right now it has been sliding below 75, but still it is too expensive and not very good for our economy. Dollar index has been gaining strength, which is again not good for us because it is able to sustain above 92. So this will in fact make our currency weak and make the US dollar strong, which is not good for Nifty and Bank Nifty. And talking about the 10-year bond yield, so this is kind of trading flat around 1.5. So as long as this is sliding down, it is good for Nasdaq. But if at all this starts going up, Nasdaq will face some serious issues. Crypto again, we have seen some very good downfall. So you will see that Bitcoin has slid below 30,000, and if at all it sustains here, so it can even fall till 28 or 27,000. So again, panic selling in Bitcoin and in all the cryptos, as you can see, and you can see Dogecoin has fallen more than 25%. So let's have a look at the activity in the cash and in the derivatives data. So in cash market, you will see a selling of roughly about 1030 crores from the FIIs. So this is negative because yesterday they sold for roughly about 1250 crores. Today they have sold for almost 1030 crores. DIIs have bought for almost 300 crores. So overall, you see there is a net selling of 700 crores in the cash market, making this negative. Let's have a look at the derivatives data. Okay, we'll start from FII as usual. And the very first observation here is that there is an increase of 5.22% in the net long and index futures, which takes the FII back to 70. So you will see some fresh long build up plus some short covering from the FII. This is positive, but again, the expiry is near, so there could be a possibility of a rollover. But yeah, as of now, this looks positive to me. Talking about the stock futures, so stock futures, you will see negativity here, although not much. You will see some long unwinding plus some fresh short build up, but the long unwinding again happens to be more. But again, since the expiry is near, these guys might be booking profits because even the margin increases when the expiry is near. So this could be another possibility that they are booking profit here. Let's talk about the activity in index options. So the call longs have increased by almost 22%. The put longs have increased by 3%. So although this looks bullish to me because there is a lot of calls bought here compared to the puts, but if I compare it to the option writing activity, so you will see that the call shots in the index have increased by almost 20%, and there has been unwinding in the put shots. So a lot of the unwinding that we saw on the option chain, FIIs have a healthy contribution to that. So overall, comparing, because this is a unwinding in the put shots and there has been a significant number of call shots and the put longs have been added, so I would say that this is slightly on the bearish side. Why? Because you see that overall you will see that here is the main difference, right? If you take the difference of put longs and these put shorts, so this particular difference is more than this particular difference. So overall, I can say that because of this put unwinding and this fresh call writing, the option data is slightly on the negative side. Let's talk about the proprietary desks and the retail. So okay, this is the data for pros. So again, proprietary desks, there is an increase of about 5.41% in the index futures. So we'll see some fresh long build up plus some short covering. So this is again positive on the index futures. Stock futures is massively negative because you will see that there has been a healthy long unwinding plus some fresh short build up. So stock futures looks out to be very much negative from the proprietary desks. Talking about the options activity, so you will see that the call longs have increased by almost 7.3%. So this is positive. The put longs have also been decreased from almost 4.7%. So this is also positive because they have basically decreased their put longs and added call longs. But the catch is here, right? In option writings, you will see that there is an increase of about 33% in the call shots and the put shots there is a decrease of about 5%. So this is very much negative because of this particular number, because again if you take the difference of the call shots and the call longs, you will see a massively bearish bias here, and here is almost equivalent, because the put shots have also been reduced and the put longs have also been reduced, but this massive number is what makes the option data from the proprietary desk to be negative. Let's have a look at the retail data. Okay, here is the retail data. So very first observation, the net long in index futures has reduced from retail. So there is both long addition plus some fresh short buildup, but the short buildup happens to be a lot more. It is almost 3 times. So this looks negative in index futures from retail. Talking about stock futures, so stock futures looks out to be a little positive, because you will see that there has been some long addition and some short covering. So stock futures is also positive from retail. And talking about the options activity, so this is interesting because you will see that the call longs have increased by almost 25.52% and the puts have been reduced. So this looks heavily bullish to me based on this particular data. But at the same time, you will see that the call shots have also been increased by almost 17.8% and the put shots are more or less the same. So what can we say from here? So first of all, you will see that the call longs and the call shots, the call longs happen to be a lot more. So this looks out to be bullish to me, and plus there has been a reduction in the put longs, so this is again looking out to be bullish to me. So overall the options data from retail looks bullish, and that's what we can say. So this is our analysis for today, and I would like to conclude it here, so you can again rewind and check out the behavior of each of the entities, and then you can plan your trades accordingly. So this is it for this video then. I hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you did, please consider pressing the like button, and if you're new here and coming here for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day, take care, and bye bye.